Episode 88 of Dragon Ball Super came out today, and for the most part it was based around Gohan and Piccolo. To quickly sum up what happened between them, Piccolo told Gohan, and I'm glad someone in the series actually brought this up with him, he said that every time you get a new boost in power, you all of a sudden become arrogant and don't take the fight as seriously. What this eventually leads into is Gohan regaining his ultimate form. He now looks exactly like he did before he faced off against Super Buu. That tiny bit of hair is back, and now Gohan is more powerful than ever. Even though that was the main concept of this episode, there was something that really caught me off guard, and that was the Universe 6 Saiyans. It came almost out of nowhere, and it is very brief in the episode, but it gives some context onto what the Universe Saiyans are like, and more importantly, the female Super Saiyan. We all knew that she was going to come out of Universe 6, and that's exactly where she is right now. She might change teams in the future based on certain silhouettes, but right now, her home is Universe 6. Kaba is out in his spaceship flying around thinking of all the people that he needs to recruit for this tournament, and so what he does is go to this house on this random planet. As he knocks on the door, the person who is living in this house seems to be a retired Saiyan veteran. The reason that we know he's a Saiyan is because it turns out that this is the guy who captained the entire Saiyan army in Universe 6. So when Kaba shows off his Super Saiyan transformation, the former captain says, with this new power, it should be enough to keep all of Universe 6 safe. And he's probably right, Universe 6 doesn't have the strongest guys in the world, but that's when Kaba mentions the upcoming tournament. He says to his former captain that his experience and power could be really useful in this 80-man battle royale. But then it zooms in onto his leg, and something must have happened during a mission or during training to where he is completely immobilized. This is a man who was once powerful enough to train Kaba and the rest of the Saiyan Defense Force, but is now just retired. The reason I think this character is so interesting, and why I think we're going to see more of him, is because he doesn't just tell Kaba no, he tells him to go after his sister, the legendary Super Saiyan of Universe 6, and her name is Khalifa. Not Khalifa, but cauliflower. It's based off cauliflower. As soon as that name was mentioned, Kaba gets nervous. A lot of people thought that the female legendary Super Saiyan was going to be tame and peaceful in her base form, but that's actually not the case at all. The difference between the Saiyans of Universe 7 and the Saiyans of Universe 6 is that the Saiyans in Universe 6 weren't killed off and evolved as a species over time. That's why the Saiyans in Universe 6 are so nice, and probably why they've never been Super Saiyan, because they've never had to. While the Saiyans over in Universe 7 worked for Frieza, and that is why they went Super Saiyan. There are similarities between the legendary Super Saiyan of Universe 6 and any other Universe 7 Saiyan. Cauliflower is not like the rest of the Universe 6 Saiyans. She's in a heavily guarded room, bodyguards everywhere while eating on some meat. She isn't going to be this helpless little girl who's frightened of her own powers, which is a good thing because that was by far the most predictable route they could go. I think her story now is going to go something like she is initially going to be on the Universe 6 team because that's where she's from, but when she sees how weak everyone on her team is, or rather how strong everyone on the Universe 11 team is, I really think that she's going to just bail on Universe 6 and straight up switch teams. If she's as powerful as they say, Universe 11 would have no hesitations, and it'd just be a really interesting thing to watch play out as she ditches her own universe to go fight for another universe because they're more powerful and have a better chance of winning and surviving. Anyway, that's everything we know about the Universe 6 Saiyans at the moment. If you haven't seen the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super yet, this was only a very brief scene in an episode dedicated to Gohan and Piccolo. But yeah, let me know what you think of Khalifa. She looks a lot different in the actual episode opposed to how she did in the trailer, but I'm pretty sure this is still the same person. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Dragon Ball video.